I'm John, the guide on the Classic Rock Tour London, standing here outside exit 4 of Tottenham Court Road tube station, where our tour begins on selected weekends at 11 o'clock in the morning. Denmark Street, where it all began, ladies and gentlemen. Once the home of music publishers, later the home of recording studios, demo studios. Many of the greats began their musical career in this very, very hallowed spot. It's not a very big street, as you can see, but one of the most important locations is that one there, Regent Sound Studios. No longer a recording studio, a small demo studio that features in the very early careers of bands like the Rolling Stones, Black Sabbath, Genesis, many, many more. Obviously, you're going to be hearing the sound of some of the music that was recorded in there on the actual tour itself. Now, a very, very well-known and popular musical instrument shop, as many of them are along Denmark Street here. So, this archway once led into probably the most inspirational live music venue of its era. From 1964 until, I believe, the early 1990s, this was the Marquee Club. And to be honest with you, to talk about the groups that have all played here, often in their early days, it's very difficult. I do actually have a list here, which I'm not going to go through now. I'll do that on the tour, not all of it, obviously. You could have plaques all over that building as to who's played there. Legendary acts, but they do only have one plaque, and that is up there, and that is to Keith Moon. Well, I'm stopped, just a quick stop in the Ship pub on Wardour Street, because making videos can be thirsty work. The Ship pub is the ship that rocks, as they say on the internet. It's got a lot of music history here, mainly due to the fact that anyone who was playing at the Marquee or was recording in Trident Sound Studios around the corner often used to come here as a watering hole. Probably the most famous regular here was Keith Moon. We saw a plaque too on the Marquee just earlier. Apparently he blew up the toilets in the 1960s and was banned for life. There they are. There's the toilets. This is the former Bricklayers Arms, now Sounds of the Universe record shop. Hard to imagine one of the longest running and certainly most successful rock and roll bands of all time was formed upstairs in the first floor of this building. The Rolling Stones were formed by Brian Jones here in 1962. This is where he held auditions. Keith Richards got the job up here. So join us on the 5-star rated Classic Rock Tour London and hear legendary stories and see landmark locations. The Beatles, the Rolling Stones, Jimi Hendrix, David Bowie, Queen, The Who, Led Zeppelin, The Kinks, Black Sabbath, The Sex Pistols, Elton John, Genesis and many more. And also, thanks to our PRS PPL music license, we'll be playing the original artist recordings as well, rekindling those memories and offering the perfect soundtrack to the tour. Starts outside exit 4 of Tottenham Court Road Underground Station at 11 AM, Fridays, Saturdays and Sundays. Book now at www.classicrocktourlondon.com. Also available through TripAdvisor and Funzing. The Classic Rock Tour London, the music tour that literally grooves as it moves.